Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ECC Season 9 Champions Divisions playoff. My name is Machtfish, and on my side, it's Oxy for this fixture of Minkz Luminous versus Yepers.
Indeed, this is going to be a great game. We're getting ever so close to that grand final. This obviously being the winner's bracket final, so the winner of this gets a guaranteed spot in that grand final, and this is going to be a great game. What do you think about this one?
I mean, it's two teams that have finished first in their respective conferences during league play, and of course it's going to be so important, not just not for the grand final per se, but for tomorrow's winners bracket, for where you get the winner of this one will skip round one in tomorrow's bracket. We're going to get both groups together and have the winner skip round one, so it's still very, very important, this game. Both teams, as I said, topping their groups in league play, but I think Yepers do have a slightly better individual roster. Or what do you think of these players?
I think it's very, very difficult to judge now because, as you've mentioned, they did win their conferences, and Yepers managed to get a sweep in the previous round. They won 3-0 over Paradox Gaming, whereas Minkz had to go to Game 5. They nearly got reverse swept by Sanity Esports, but they did manage to get here, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter how badly it could have gone. They managed to get that win, and as much as it was close, they will still have the confidence. But I do think Yepers have the very slight advantage, given that they will have the momentum, they have the confidence, knowing they haven't dropped a game, anything like that. But it will be fighting tooth and nail this entire time.
Yeah, and I think that's what we can. That's what we can expect, and especially Yepers playing with a stand and playing with Hodge, who's coming down from the Vortex, which we'll be saying later tonight on the A stream. So definitely a good experience on the Yepers roster, and I think as we go into this game, quick prediction from my side, I'd say it's going to be 3-1 for Yepers. What about yourself?
I think I'm going to give it to Yepers, but I have to go to Game 5. You can't ask for anything less than that, really. It'd be great to watch as well, but I really think that it's going to go to Game 5 with too close as the game gets underway here.
And as the game gets underway, so we're both in the clear that Yepers wins, but not really clear on the scoreline. We'll have to see what this game brings to us. It's first offense here from Minkz Luminous. Pronzy getting the ball forward, but it's only as far as Socha takes the shot. The easy save for Blue. Blitzen doesn't go in for it. Lets the ball drop to Starscream. He's going for the backboard. Blitzen now up, but there's Pronzy with the save and gets the bump on Hodge as well to deny him any cut and try to get the pressure away, but it doesn't work quite as well. Blue being forced into this position again. Big whiff from Hodge, but Blitzen is there to clean it up.
I think going into the first game, Yepers, they don't obviously have to go all-out attack. They can take their time. They have the confidence and the momentum, whereas Minkz will really need to put their best foot forward here, as they are trying, can't quite convert there. But it is a matter of showing the opposition that if you get a sweep against your opponents and you go up against another team that went to Game 5, you're going to have that mental mindset that you can beat them. And they have a very good start here, getting the first goal in only a minute. It was great, a good boom, but reading that to perfection, Starscream and Pronzy just not quite able to get to that on the backboard, unfortunate, and it will put Yepers up 1-0 in this first game.
Yeah, Pronzy just sitting back in net, just not really challenging that touch from the wall. Maybe didn't expect a player from Yepers to be there in position. Also maybe a bit distracted by Hodge, but nonetheless, it is the first goal for Yepers, and they're looking to get a second one. Hodge now looking for the flick, but Blue is there to cut that out. Chris hunting this one down, getting it past Blitzen as well, as Starscream collects on the backboard, gets it past Juan. Pronzy is in a good position to defend, though, takes it back to his own corner, gets the 100 boost as well on the spawn. Big boost collect from him there to allow him to continue that play forward, but it's only as far as Hodge, who's well positioned himself, to just cut it out again.
And it's been brilliant offense here. You still have to give credit to Minkz, even though they did let in that first goal. They do potentially have a chance here, actually. Pronzy pushing upfield. There is a Blue defender back, and that'll be over Chris. Once more collected by Blue. Hodge looking to challenge, but can't quite get there. Starscream. That one's going to drop to Blue once more, getting it central, but boom down. Oh, that could have been disastrous for Yepers. Unfortunately, isn't converted by Minkz. They're on the back foot here, and this could be very bad for them if they go down by a second.
And Hodge needed to bury that, only hits the crossbar power shot from him, but not quite accurate enough. Blitzen and Starscream now combining in a bit of a chaotic play, nearly works out, but Blue has got the thorough vision, but Hodge will make Yepers pay for not staying back post where was third.
And I'm not really sure what's happening here. That's again, Pronzy, that's the second time that there has been a very slight positional error from him, but at this level with players this good, that will be punished. And it's not like he is the sole reason both goals have been scored for the opposition. You can't say that at all because it's still very, very close. But this scoreline is something that you have to think about. Obviously, taking a game is important, but if they take this in a clean sheet, that's going to be brilliant. They were so dominant last series, and if they do it again, really, it's going to be hard to actually believe that game 5 I predicted is going to come in reality. Hodge nearly putting one in here, but that is saved away by Blue.
And Blue is not getting the ball out of the orange half and into the blue half. Now Hodge looking for the infield pass to Starscream. Doesn't quite find that accuracy, letting him down there a bit, but Starscream gets the angle! Hello! That's a nice angle for Starscream, and for a third goal as well. Minkz is looking like they have lost a lot of power in their first game against Sanity.
Indeed, yeah, they seem to be just slowly drifting back. There hasn't been much offense from them, and they seem to be playing, I don't want to say passively, but they're playing in some sort of, at least it seems like they're trying to play smart, but that one nearly going in actually fits and getting there though. They're trying to play smart, or at least working it out from the back, but they can't do that when you've got a team like Yepers that's just challenging you so intensely, but in such a good way as well. They're not dive bombing in, they're doing it in a methodical manner. Chris, that one's back to Blue. That could be a very smart idea if it pays off. Blue up to the ceiling, gets the reset, might have got another one there, but kept out by Hodge. He's not looking for the flick. Chris will be there. Starscream, though, pushing up on this one. And once more, there's finally midfield presence here. We haven't seen much of that. Starscream looking for one more. Instead, kept out. This one put back in by Bitson. And we could see a fourth goal potentially if Minkz aren't careful here.
Yeah, Starscream just bumping away the goalie, allowing himself to get that back boost and creating another chance for the offense of Yepers. This time Blue finally an early challenge from Minkz to get out of their defensive half. That's what they need to do a bit more, just to get the ball out of the half earlier. Prownsy, good patience from him. You mentioned they're trying to play smart, they're trying to play patient, but sometimes just a bit too patient as they now maybe a bit of offense can be created. Chris versus Starscream in the corner goes pretty neutral, but that 50 from Starscream over everyone. Is that finding the back of the net? No, it's not. Blue will pinch it out.
It's really, to me at least, oh actually Bitson, that one's going to be off that board, but as I was saying, it seems to me they're trying to play some sort of team envy style, Minkz are, and it's not quite working because they like to build up from the back and they have the momentum, but there doesn't seem to be that one decisive midfield player that's putting it all together, and they've done almost nothing in the mid for that one going in. Hodge going to be the scorer there, getting his second. Too many shots. There's been 2 shots total for Minkz in this game. And with 30 seconds left, this game is all but Yepers. You assume these last 30 seconds are only customary. And really, this last portion of the game is just about getting your head in the correct space to go into the next series. Go into the next game of the series in a positive mindset. And that one nearly going in. And instead, Blue spotting one away, so a consolation goal. There is still a chance to score. I mean, I've seen 3 goals scored in 9 seconds at an RLCS caliber, so it's possible, but very unlikely. Really, you expect this game to go to Yepers.
It's not impossible, but definitely looking very, very improbable. But this goal probably will be doing wonders for Minx's mentality here, as they desperately need one. It wasn't a team goal, so it was a bit of a random runaway goal, but nonetheless, a goal is a goal, and they will give you a bit of a boost going into the that second game of the series. As Starscream can't get it out. Prownsy with a shot. Oh, that's gonna hurt. How is that
so
not counter back up in there?
It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have affected the actual outcome of the game, but that's gonna be destroyed. In that last minute, though, they got another 3 shots compared to the 0 from Yepers in the last. I mean, 60 seconds isn't all that important in the entirety of the game, especially when you're down 4-0. But they managed to get 1, and they got a couple shots. They did swing it around at the last portion there, but nothing came of it to the extent that they could actually turn the game, which is unfortunate. But they can still come back here. They had a much better showing in the last part of the game. It just seemed to fall apart in the middle of that, but we'll be seeing what they can do in this next leg.
Yeah, and of course Prownsy also leaving the lobby, maybe cast switch, but it's also been said that he's restarting his game, so I think that he's actually had a bit of an issue at the beginning. That might be the reason why he wasn't there for the first goal for Yepers to make those crucial saves. So I think that when Prowsey comes back now, rejuvenated after game restart, maybe less frame drops, maybe a bit stabler connection. Who knows what the issue was? We could see a different roster from Minkz, and we could see an answer from Minkz to the relentless offense from Yepers.
And even if it's just a small thing that's changed, that he'll have the placebo in his head to know I'm in a better state in terms of actually playing. So it's very possible that purely because something, that small thing, whether it's just frame rate, anything like that has changed, he will play better because he thinks he's going to play better, and that just turns his team around in really this first minute. And the first goal, I think, is very important in this game. I'll be excited to see how this progresses now. Hodge having to stop one going in very, very quickly. This one dropping to blue, Starscream getting out instead, and pushed out of the blue half, kept back in by Prowsey instead, already making an impact on the game.
Yeah, you're always only as strong as your weakest link in any team sport, not only Rocket League, but in any conventional team sport as well. And Prowsey maybe now is looking a lot more active already, so probably the game restart has worked his bit. Minkz looking a bit better now, looking a bit more active in this first 30 seconds. Prowsey now giving possession away to Hodge. The blue has to make the save. Hodge looking for infield pass, but only Chris is there to get that deep into the blue half. Bits now taking control, trying to bait in Prowsey, can't quite do so, gets a flick over. Blue is now up. This could be dangerous if Hodge doesn't make a touch, but his touch is supreme. It's slow, it wastes a lot of time, and gets Bitson back into a good position.
And Minkz has had so much pressure just in the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And there's been a fair few double commits as well more recently from Yepers, which isn't too big of an issue. It hasn't plagued them too much. That one going in, actually, Prowsey, already star striker, only player on this pitch to have a goal in this game, and more shots than anyone else, having 2 already, making moves and really changing the pace of this game. Great to see that. And a minute in now, we see the first goal going to Minkz.
Yeah, and Minkz already equaling their shot tally from last game, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've had 2 shots last game as well, but now taking the series lead, and now let's see how they play with that lead in their back. The confidence seems to be there on this Minkz side. It's almost like they took game 1 just to measure out their opponent, look what they can bring to the table, and now on game 2, we're like, okay, now we actually compete, now we want to play this game with you and to play against you. But Chris, that's a big whiff. Blue has to come in, but Hodge, neither Blue nor Hodge make contact. It's a lot of space for Starscream. He's looking for the pass, but can't find it. The offense is still ongoing for the Yepers, but that was a prime chance that goes begging.
Oh, that was close as well there. Diving in from the Yepers attackers. And as much as obviously Minkz have now they've stepped up their game, they're playing in a new gear. I'm trying to work out how Yepers will be responding to this. What are their comms? Obviously trying to stay calm and everything. But if they've just had a team come out with the offense that Minkz had compared to their last game, what are they going to be thinking, really? And even if they're not saying anything, is that going to impact their mindset? And actually, Bitson could have a striking opportunity here. Getting this one central, Blue able to stave this one away once more. Starscream looking at central, and Hodge bunched off a bit too much. And like I was saying earlier, there's been a fair few double commits, and essentially Minkz could exploit this, and Yepers could be on the downfall here. That one dropping down Starscream, keeping this one out. Excellent form.
Excellent. Also, the second touch here to get it past Prowsey, but Prowsey's already back in the game. You can see just how much more confidence he has as now. Chris, come on, double tap, hit it, son! Oh, no, you have to hit that. That should have been the second one. That was, well, for a player of his caliber, that was free, essentially. But Yepers can hold on, courtesy of Chris's miss here. Whew, that was a big chance for Minkz to double up their scoring, but it's not over yet. Prowsey gets it against the back, but maybe gets a bump on Hodge. No, can't do so. As Chris tries to just keep the ball in offense. Minkz just doing a fantastic job to cutting in midfield, just really being suppressing any attack from the Yepers. And what a pass and what a goal.
That was brilliant. It didn't have all the speed, but it had the misdirection and the placement. That was brilliant. You saw they're working towards something, and that ball came off from the assist, and I just knew there would be someone there, and it was great to see Prowsey, of all people, left. He now has that mindset. He's got 4 shots already. That's double the opponents in total. He's making moves, and really, this could be such a great series. This one, actually, Hodge has no boost, but can slot that one away just underneath the bar, and this will give them a chance at least. They'll be needing something here if they are to come back, and that's unfortunate from Blue, actually, but this game is brought back within 1 now, courtesy of Hodge.
Yeah, and Hodge just burying that one, but Blue, incredible save for the first shot from Starscream, but unfortunate second touch to bring that ball back into the danger zone where Hodge doesn't need to yeah, he just puts it away. I forget the saying, but he just puts it away. And now Starscream looking for the demo. That could have been very, very dangerous. Blue gets to avoid the demo and also gets the ball deep down the field. Starscream missing that one. Bitson, that's just giving away possession. He had a lot more time, but no boost, but a lot of time to work with there. Didn't need to give that possession away this easily. And Starscream now again trying to force an attack. Double commit, that could be costly for Minkz. Brownsie's really awkward there. Can he do it? Yes, he can get a touch. What a touch for Brownsy!
That was brilliant. Yeah, managing to reach for that one and read it. And once more, pushing down the field. Beaten there, but that's fine. Knows his teammates are behind him. Hodge actually, demo, and that's going to be unfortunate. I watched that from Brownsie's camera, and that was heartbreaking. Blue got the touch. Extremely weak touch, unfortunate. And Hodge to the side. Blasted into oblivion, simply tapped in by Bitson, and this game's tied up with a minute left. This has been thrilling to watch this entire game.
And I think we've seen a bit of the reaction that we've been asking from Yepers, and the reaction seems to be Hodge just going for bumps and going for more demos than he usually does and than he has done before. Especially now twice, once nearly going in, and this one, oh no, oh god, no.
That's heartbreaking.
Oh, Minkz, that is, yeah, okay, we'll just gloss over that one. That one just happens, but
this is a matter of resilience now.
It's a sad way to lose the series, to lose this game. They still have 38 seconds left, but
not over.
Yeah, let's look to be on the ascendancy here.
It's a 3-goal swing, I believe that is, and what's more is, oh, actually, this one, Chris can't get to that. Oh dear. What's happened there? I'm not entirely sure. Brownsy passing that one off was so good in the first half, and Starscream finally picking that one out. And if you look at the shots, 5 shots for Minkz, that's very impressive. That's what they got last game. And you got 11 for Yepers. They've really picked it up here, and Bitson with 6 shots of his own, half the shots for his team, really putting in a stint here, nearly getting that one into an attacking position as well. That's a double commit from Minkz. It seems like they might be a bit jittery. That one once more on target. This one is going to need to be put in very promptly, otherwise we might see a Yepers 2-game lead here.
Yeah, and you gotta ask, how did it go so wrong for Minkz in this game too? They looked so strong. They've had Yepers basically at the balls and never let go for like 3 minutes of the game, but then they just suddenly completely lost grip of Yepers, and I'm just questioning, where did it come from? Hodge only had 2 demos that really made an impact. It couldn't have been those 2 demos, could it?
Yeah, you can't say that the 2 demos were the reason, because like 2 of those demos had major impacts, and some of them were just off the ball. There were other bumps and everything, but it wasn't just Hodge doing like it. If it was Hodge that managed to be the reason those goals were scored, then it would supposedly be a 3v1 with one of the Yepers players just dribbling the ball in an open net, but it wasn't that. It was smart plays, and you saw, again, the passing plays. Brownsy was on form to start the game, and I'm not sure what happened, but it all went downhill very, very quickly because they were losing composure, they were double committing, they seemed very jittery on the back line, and this is really going to be where we find out what these guys are made of. It's going to be very intense.
Yeah, but we've seen already after game 1 that Minkz does have the ability to come back and to bounce back into the series. So we're looking basically for the same start that they have had last game now. As we go into this game number 3, we are in sweep territory for Yepers. Maybe the second sweep on the day to propel them tomorrow to Championship Sunday with that first round bye straight into the semi-finals. But they still have something to do with. And we see actually here from Starscream, car switch, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, if you're up, then you don't really need to, but I guess this is more just... He was, I think, lowest scoring on his team from last game. It doesn't matter. They managed to get the win either way, so it's not too important, but maybe he just wasn't feeling it. He got a goal at the end, but just wanted to solidify and change it up, and nearly does there, actually. This ball dropped to Hodge instead, who can't put that away. Brownsy, as well as Blue. Epic saves from then. Chris getting a demo, taking a leaf out of Hodges, but that one's flicked up. Chris going up, but can't. This one going to be down off the ceiling once more, collected by a Minkz player, but nothing coming of this so far. This is a counter-attack potentially from Yepers, and turned away by Blue once more.
It's looking more like the Minkz Luminous we've seen at the beginning of Game 2 rather than the end of Game 2 as Blue buries that in the top corner. What a shot from him.
And this is the start they need. They need to be scoring first, but now they need to be getting 2-3 goals in a row without being scored against. And it's going to be difficult, but it is possible, because if we can see goals from Yepers, if we could see 4 goals in a row from Yepers last game against a team like Minkz that was so dominant in the first part, Minkz really had outperformed Yepers in part of this game. If they can outperform them once more, they can really put themselves in a good position. It's just a matter of, do they have the resilience to bounce back or not? And I think they do. It's just whether or not they can find it within themselves.
Yeah, and that's the reason that obviously the top teams are considered top teams, because they just have that resilience. They just keep calm even when they're under supreme amount of pressure, as Yepers have shown in Game 2, being down 2-0 and coming back to score 4 goals. But now Minkz again looking like they are in the ascendancy. Starscream, that's a good pinch. Past one, Chris, big whiff from him. Prownsy will bail him out there, but Hodge now, good situation. Doomsday Dish on the cards, but can't get it. Maybe now second touch. Just barely miss it. Bitson will take it into the side wall as Blue will try to clear behind Starscream. That's a good clear, buys himself and his teammates a lot of time to maybe create another chance, but no, Starscream spawns at the right side of the pitch there to easily collect and create another chance for Yepers.
Hodge again trying to keep this one just in the opponent's half. It's really integral that they can keep this pressure on. It will be difficult, of course. A team like Minkz, they're up in this game, they have the confidence, and they're all doing amazing. Both teams have multiple saves as well, so Starscream up against this Hodge as well, looking for the shot. Prownsy keeping this one out. Prownsy, the man took out for from last game, but did slip in the last portion, so again, I think it is about what he can do here, because he did seem to be holding his team together, at least in Game 2 of this series.
Yeah, and if you look at the double commits, it's mainly Chris and Blue who double commit, but it doesn't matter right now. There was no double commit there. There was just brilliant play from Starscream down to Hodge, and Blue just helping a bit involuntarily.
Indeed, that's unfortunate coming off the defender's card, but that shot was going either way. He had the entire goal in front of him and was about 3 millimeters away from it. You can't expect him to miss that. I don't think anyone could miss that. And this game is tied up once more at halfway. Bitson, they're gonna put Yepers ahead in about 3 seconds. It felt like a bit more than that, but for the most part, that was instantaneous. A bit of an unlucky pinch there, but that's good from Bitson to be positioned like that. And again, it seems that the Minkz rotations don't seem to be where they should be, at least at this level. Obviously, they're solid. They're not. It's not like they're bad, and you could pick them apart really easily. But there's been small errors that it's led to, and that was one of them. I do believe that goal simply came down to a lack of positioning or lack of proper positioning.
Yeah, lack of positioning, or just not being in the correct position quite fast enough, and that allowed and enabled that goal for Yepers. And Minkz now again are back. They have not come back from a deficit yet, but maybe they're trying to do so now. Blue just bangs it against the post. Close shot from him. He would want that one again to score it, but oh god, Prownsy looking for the freestyle play, but can't find it.
That was, yeah, there's a lot of pre-flipping or like half-flipping into balls, flip cancelling at this level, and they can do it. It does work for some things, but really that wasn't it. That wasn't what they wanted to be going for. It didn't pay off, and now they're on the back foot again. The momentum has swung against them. They haven't had a shot in 2 minutes, and really they need to do something. But, oh, that's brilliant from Hodge, nearly coming to fruition, but didn't quite. Would have been amazing. Prownsy looking to redeem himself with that freestyle you mentioned. Hodge instead turning this one away. It goes downfield. Chris changing this one up, playing a bit of tennis back and forth here. Bitson avoiding the demo. This one goes back. Hodge clearing this one out, looking to alleviate some sort of pressure from his team.
It's a great ceiling pinch to do exactly that as Prownsy collects on the back line. Hodge looking to create some more Ks on the goal line, looking for those demos again that have been proven to be so effective against Minkz Luminous, but not this time. Both players could avoid. Blue now over Bits, and Prownsy is there for a pass maybe infield. Where's Chris? There he is, but he can't get it on target. The ball's still dangerous, so Starscream has it just before Blue could slot it home as Bitson collects now, but Prownsy trying to keep the pressure out. Minkz Luminous not wanting to accept that loss just yet. They are still up for it. They still want to believe in the reverse sweep, and Blue just didn't believe that this ball was going through, but Chris,
no! I'm not sure what happened there. The nerves, I guess, but that's going to be devastating. They had a couple chances, but that one was a sitter. it was in front of goal and completely missed. I'm not sure what was going on there. That's going to be devastating. They need to score. They have 10 seconds to score if they're going to have any chance. But that one, passed down Starscream actually. Oh no! I was between myself there, proudly getting a savior medal. Really, shots peppered on net by Yepers, and there's 2 goals, 10 seconds. I think it's safe to say this is going to Yepers. What do you think?
Yeah, and especially with that demo now on Chris, I think this is all but decided. Starscream looking for a ground pinch. Hello, does he get it? No, not quite powerful enough. Bitson now
Nice.
with the 0-second goal.
Injury.
The question is this Rocket League? And Bitson answers with yes, it most certainly is, as he puts it down for the 4-1 and completes the sweep for Yepers.
And Starscream as well, getting the Playmaker medal there, 3 assists in that. Brilliant from him, showing that maybe it was the dominant, changing car and instantly MVP, 3 assists, 4 shots. Beautiful Rocket League, really.
Yeah, this is a brilliant display. But also, I think again, like the 3-0, a bit harsh on Minkz maybe. They've shown in the first halves of Game 2 and Game 3 that they certainly can hang with the best teams in the Champs Conference, in the Champions Division. But I don't know what happened. Like each time at about the halfway mark, they just lost it. They just lost it completely, and they just couldn't recover for some reason.
Indeed, yeah, they have the roots really, and I'm just not sure what went wrong for them. They had it so well. Obviously, the first game that's fine, but they came back swinging as soon as Game 2 started, and Game 3 as well. They lost Game 2, which was unfortunate. And of course, that's going to be demoralizing. They need a reverse sweep. And then Game 3, they got the first goal, and it looked like they were in a good position. And then instantly, 3 rattled off against them. Well, 2 rattled off, another 1 slotted away, and then finally 0 seconds insult to injury. Can't do anything about that. I'm not sure how that happened, to be quite frank. It's going to be something they need to go back and look at some replays for.
Yeah, I think we're definitely just both baffled, and I've actually just been DM'd by Hodge saying, how did we win that? What the fuck was that? So not even Hodge quite sure how they actually won that game, but nonetheless they did, and they did so in, well, at the end, a very clear fashion, going 3-0. But I believe that was it from us here, from the B stream. Thank you very much for everyone watching. We will go raid the A stream now, where it's currently 2 Sims 1 Furry versus Pepegas. Pepegas leading 2-1 in the series, but in Game 4, 2 Sims 1 Furry leading 2-0. So looking like we're going to see a juicy Game 5 over there. Your casters for that will be, let me quickly double check, Mikey and Ginge. So yeah, we're gonna rate that. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks of course to our sponsors, Valor Esports and Game King, and thank you as well, Oxy, for being in the booth with me.
Of course, it was a pleasure, and again, thank you for having me. That was a great game, and I can't wait to see more about these teams.
Yeah, we'll definitely see more about these teams tomorrow when we start with the playoffs at 17 CEST. But for now, let's go to the A stream. Goodbye, and see you later.